Namaste students. In last video I explained one program name is order pizza. In that we used radio button, checkbox, panel control. I gave exercise in that. Hope you have completed it. Now I am going to take new control from toolbox. That one is checkbox list. Checkbox list. First, I am explaining about checkbox list. When we require checkable list items, there are items, but we can check it. So we can call it checkable list items. At that time, we can use this control. In a single control we can add multiple items. That is possible. We can select it or we can check it. All are rendered through an individual input tag, a type equal to checkbox. There are many properties of it. Okay, now I am adding this item. From here, edit items, I can select, again selecting this control. Now I am selecting edit items, or I can select from here in property window items. Okay, now I am adding city name. City name Rajkot, Ahmedabad, Baroda, Surat, Mumbai. So I added total 5 items, and yes, there are 4 properties: enable, selected, text, and value. With enable true, we can select this. If it's false, then we cannot select it at runtime. Next one, selected. By default it should select when we run program. At that time, if we select true here, at that time that particular item will show with selected, with checkable. Next one, text. We can set text here, and that text will we can see here same in the output. And value, it is a value of that list item. I added 5 items here, and clicking on OK button we can see here. Okay. Now I am adding one more label before it. In table, alignment center. Yes, of course, in first row, first column I am putting label, and in second TD tag or second column I am putting this list box. This checkbox, this checkbox list. Now I'm setting vertical line as a top and setting text property of this label. Select visited city. We are getting value from the user which city he or she select visited. So he need to or she need to select that city. Now there are some properties. First I will explain it. One is auto post back. I am selecting it to true. So when any user select any city at that time, that effect will show. We will take one label, so that effect will be shown in that label. Now back color, border color, as we already know, border style, border width, but I am adding this border width here 5 sorry 3, and border style, okay. Now next I am taking next property. First, repeat column by default value is 0, but now I am giving as a 2. So we can see the effect of repeat column. If I am setting here 3, then 3 city name will show here. Now I am setting 2 again. Now repeat direction. First I added city Rajkot, then Surat, then Baroda, then Rajkot, Ahmedabad, Baroda, Surat, and Mumbai. In this sequence I added. We can also see it again from here. Okay. Now repeat direction. At this time this is vertical. In this sequence it is showing this is vertical. Now I am selecting horizontal. So first Rajkot, then as a horizontally Ahmedabad, Baroda, Surat, Mumbai. So this is the effect of repeat direction. And next one is repeat layout. We can see here after Rajkot there is some space, and then Surat city is showing because its layout is stable. Now I am selecting as a flow. So next value will show next after completing that text like Rajkot here Rajkot, then next ત્યાં આપણને show કરી જ દેશે checkbox and સુરત એવી રીતના, because we have selected repeat layout. ઓકે, અત્યારે હું પાછું અહીંયા ટેબલ સિલેક્ટ કરું છું. હજી એમાં એકાદ બે પ્રોપર્ટી આપણે જોઈએ જે તમારા ટેબલમાં જ આવી ગઈ છે. So first I am taking cell spacing, giving 5 as cell spacing, so it will give space between two cells, and also setting cell padding property. That one is I am setting 8. This is the effect of cell spacing and cell padding. We already used in table from first semester. You are using in HTML. Now I am adding one label here and removing its text. setting id lbl display, giving some space. For giving some space, I am adding one row between these two row. Now I am writing code for it. Our output should be which user select any city, then that output, that city should be displayed in label display control. So now I am writing in event checkbox list 1 underscore selected index change. Our event is selected index change event. What is the work of this event? Selected index changed. Any changes in selected index, like when I will run program, first I will select Rajkot, so this index changed, so at that time this event will fire. Now I am writing code. This event will fire when this auto postback property is equal to true. So be careful, check auto postback equal to true and then write the code. Now first I am taking one variable name city and setting its value first selected city, also adding br tag for break the line. In next line we will use for loop, sorry, forget to add one equal to sign. Next we will use for loop and if condition. We have to check one by one items from this checkbox list control. One by one it will check, and and in that we will put one if condition. With that if selected, then what to do, we will set there. So first we need to write code for loop. For I am taking here for each loop. I am taking list item, setting name lst in checkbox list 1 dot items. Its name is checkbox list 1. Yes. So one by one value of checkbox list item will set to list, and then it will check in if condition whether it is selected or not. I am writing list dot selected. what to do if that list is selected. We will write code here. I'm taking that variable city equal to city plus list dot text. So one by one it will check what to do. We write here in if condition if it is selected. If it is selected, then store in city variable, and last value will be same as it is, and new value will be added because we are using city equal to city plus list dot text. We can also write code like here city plus equal to list dot text. We can write also here like this. After completing if condition and completing loop also, we will display that value in the label. So I am taking object name our LBL display dot text, our property name equal to value. Value will come from variable city. Now let's check output. Okay, I think one bracket problem. By mistakenly I did one more bracket, so I'm removing it. Now again Control S and running this program. Need to add space or BR tag to break the line, so I am adding it here. After list I am adding one BR tag. Also for better output we can also use one horizontal line, so I am adding one HR tag here. Control S and run it again. Okay, so we can see the output. We can see this control in source code. Okay. ASP list item રાજકોટ same as અમદાવાદ, બરોડા, સુરત, મુંબઈ. આપણે જેટલા સિટી ત્યાં એડ કરશું દરેક માટે લિસ્ટ આઇટમ ટેગ એડ થઈ જશે. And now I am taking creating new website. taking new control. Next, our next control name is radio button list. Similarly to checkbox list, or we can say list item, but morely than list box, morely will similar to drop down list than list box, because in this control we can select only one value at a time. Radio button list control is used to select one value from many values, where checkbox list control we were used to select single value or multiple values. So now I am adding this control radio button list. First I will add here insert table to 3 rows and 2 column, size 50 percentage of the page, alignment is center. Okay, control X and control V, and here I am adding one label. In text property we are giving select favorite color. So user need to select only one color. Similarly to checkbox list control, we can select edit items, or from here we can select items. Now clicking on add button, adding text red, green, blue, yellow, okay, pink. I added 5 color here. Now similarly, same property, repeat column, repeat direction, repeat layout, and this all properties are same, mostly same. Now I am adding one label here to display output, giving its ID LBL display. I adding one label here, setting its text property selected color. I'm not changing its ID because we are not using this label in .cs file for coding. So at that time you need no need to change its ID, but yes, of course, this label I will use. So I set here its ID, adding one more row below, uh, sorry, above. Now I am adding one more button here. We need output when we click on this button. Okay, so I will write code here. LBL display dot text equal to radio button list 1 dot selected item dot text. No need to use loop because selected item will be only one. And what if user didn't select any item and click on this button, then it will give error. So we need to check it first, user has selected any item or not. So first we will add here one condition. If radio button list 1 dot select index selected index greater than -1, what is the effect of this line? આની શું ઇફેક્ટ આવશે અહીંયા? સિલેક્ટેડ ઇન્ડેક્સ -1 કરતા ગ્રેટર હોય. -1 ક્યારે શો કરશે? જ્યારે યુઝર કોઈ વેલ્યુ સિલેક્ટ કરેલી નથી. when user didn't select any value, at that time -1 there will be -1, but we are giving here greater than -1, that at that time this condition will be true. So any value is selected, at that time there will not -1 or we can say greater value than -1. So this condition will true. Now check the output. Blue, pink, red, yellow or green. To understand this code, I am adding comment here. Control S and again run this program. Now I am not selecting any value and clicking on button. At that time we can see error will generate, but at this time no error. Again now I am removing comment and run this program. Now I am not selecting any value from this control and clicking on button, but there is no error. We can also give proper message here in else part. Select first value and then click on submit button. We can give message in else part. Many times what happen, you have written code in button 1 click event, and after that you are setting its id btn sub mit and then double clicking on it. First I am removing this click and again double click. Okay, so new event is open, its name is btn submit click event, and you try to run the program, but code will not run. So at that time, first you need to check what's your ID. That one is btn submit, and here its event is button one click. So at that time code will not run. So આવો ક્યારેય પ્રોબ્લેમ તમારે આવતો હોય તો ફર્સ્ટ આ ચેક કરજો કે એનું આઈડી કયું છે અને એ જ આઈડીમાં એની ઇવેન્ટમાં આપણે કોડિંગ લખીએ છીએ કે નહીં. Now at this time I am cutting this code and pasting it here in btn submit and removing this event. Control S. Now let's check again. Working properly. In next video I will add more code in this program, so we will continue this program in next video. Thank you.